The Great Renaissance. So this is something I've been thinking about today while I was doing my route. I'll have long periods of driving before doing technical work, and so Patrick has time to think. Imagine that, he always does. And so, let me give you an example of what I mean by the Renaissance. So when Napster happened in the turn of the century, around that time, after the loss or whatever in sales, people crying all about that, there was a resurgence of like people purchasing band like merch, just to maybe they felt they needed to support them, and vinyl increased dramatically. So did CDs. So skip forward. This is, I could give you plenty of examples, but I'm going to try to do this in 3 minutes. COVID, so everyone was forced to stay home. Once all that was, I guess, cleared, breweries and live shows actually became huge and profitable because they took it for granted before. And so I think it's what's exciting and why everyone here needs to jump on it and should, because everyone's interesting, is kind of music in Hollywood's kind of going down right now, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying it's all bad, but man, people could make a cool movie with their phone, and that they have. There's been a lot of independent, and then people can record in their rooms with music, whatever the art, whatever your approach is. And I think that's a really cool thing. And that's why I think there's like a renaissance. It's been coming, it's already happening. YouTube seems like a really good platform with many niches. I hate that term, but it is what it's a true term. I, I just think that every one of you all here, I don't know, gardening. I mean, so I ask people at work all the time. I work with different crew members. Like, what do you like to do? They say they like to play games. I don't play video games. I haven't played video games since GoldenEye, but that's cool. And so I kind of dig deep into that. Like, have you ever thought about maybe designing a video game, or maybe like doing? A lot of people do the Twitch thing. I've never seen it, but whatever it may be. And it's just, I think we consume so much and we don't realize we can contribute. I didn't really start playing guitar seriously till I was like about 24. And I'd always avidly loved music and collected it. And that's kind of, I made that decision. I'm like, well, if I'm this invested, I might as well try to contribute or create in one way or another. And it's been a life changing journey for me. Also, just, I've seen a lot of people on here like do tutorials on like how to speak to the camera, how to write, how to whatever it may be, garden, how to camp. I actually learned a few stuff about charcoal grilling from this platform that I thought I was the master, and just a few little tricks. I just think it's a really good time for all y'all to start documenting your life. And not saying, oh, we're all going to be monetized, but I also do think it's a point in the industries where you don't need, say, a co-author. You don't need a record label. Whatever your thing is, you can actually do it all yourself with the community. And it's something. It's like the creator economy, we'll call it. We went from industrialization, so on, the evolution of that. And I'll get the order. I knew the order, but now I can't remember. I don't want to say it in order and get it wrong and sound dumb. But I think everyone on here, I hope, and just will have the ability, or will realize like how valuable they are. I love like seeing stuff. I like watching stuff like channels I have nothing about. Like, I saw someone sculpting the other day, and I watched it for about 2 hours. I was like different, but I'm like, whoa, I kind of might want to sculpt, might not, I don't know, but it was cool. And I think that there's just everyone, no matter what it is. If you like, you just go home and watch movies. Well, then, dude, start reviewing movies. I want to hear. I may not see every video, but I want to hear your take on whatever movie it is, That's very valuable. I don't need to. I'd rather hear it from someone I don't personally know than like back in the day. What was it, Cisco and Ebert? And same thing with like whatever it is. I don't want to like go down the obvious route of talking about music, but whatever it is. So I've been like documenting my travels, and that's not like what I think my YouTube channel is kind of like a conglomerate. It will just save my life. I'll do some songs randomly. I'm unrehearsed. I don't take second takes unless, of course, like the dog's going crazy. I just like that's how I am. But I also really respect and trying to get into the route of where other people go the other way and they edit and they script out their stuff. I admire that, and that's a comfort zone I need to get out of. So I just guys, there's so much stuff out there. There's everyone. No one is telling all y'all how important and interesting you are, or can be if you don't feel you are. And every single one of you, I don't care. I'm doing this from an iPhone 11, like an iPhone 11. I'm pretty sure that's like considered like a rotary phone at this point, you know? And but I'm doing it to make a point. I'm gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. I don't. It works still, so I don't need it. That's how I am with things. It may call me man with no low standards. I don't know, but I just jump on this wagon. I kind of want to make a video better than this, or elaborate on like the actual evidence based stuff I've collected on this. But I've always said this for years, like, and it's happened. I said that like in the early days when it was like MySpace and people were just joking, putting out these dumb bands. But I'm like, that's the future. I'm like, it really back then it wasn't that big recording in your room, but you can do anything. Like even like the AI. Let's talk about AI, and I can make another video about this. But sure, AI could be bad in some ways, but also I look at it. I don't utilize it. I don't know if I ever will. But there's people out there say they may be on the spectrum. They may have some physical or mental disabilities, and that may be work as a tool for them to express themselves, and that's awesome. And I'm not going to hate on that. I think anything can be used good or bad, but I don't think necessarily that's a bad thing. It's all how you look at it and how you use it. There's so much cool stuff out there, and I hope to like build a cool community. I don't even have that much subscribers, but there's a few people that engage, and I love it. You know, that's awesome. I'm better than having like 100,000 inactive people just watch my stuff. Like, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. We are blessed to have people to engage with, interesting people. Please, y'all, seek out your interests. Like, really think hard on what it is. What do you like? What are you spending time with? Why not contribute to that? Cooking. I'm just throwing out ideas, but like, I'm gonna just go. This was supposed to be 3 minutes, but clearly it cannot, and I'm just gonna talk. I felt compelled. I want to go to sleep, but we're also under a tornado warning right now. I don't know if I told you that. It's not started yet, but side note, just going at the guys I'm talking about, like the ones that say I just get off of work and I go and play games or watch a favorite show, and it's like, okay, they sound like they make it sound like they feel like a loser, and I mean, I'm not to judge. I think there is a certain point of escapism and creative uh, endeavors that need to have a balance. You kind of need that sometimes the escapism to get some inspiration, but then also, it's like going to the gym. You can't just keep working out. You got to rest. And so just balance, but like, okay, review games, man. What was that guy in the day? Angry Nintendo nerd? That guy was so funny. Like, do stuff like that, but with your own twist. I mean, there's cool stuff. I like a lot of the guitar stuff, and there's so much cool stuff. Like, I'm not the type of person that looks at guitar lessons. I just kind of play what I feel, and I don't know. maybe that's good. Maybe it's a different discipline. That's just how I am. I'm go with the flow. Like that's my personality. I'm embracing it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna like stay there. Just all you consumers out there, we all consume, but please, I see some people subscribe to me that have like one subscriber or zero subscribers, and I'm like, I want every one of the people that subscribe to me, which isn't many, but I want like you all to start doing videos. I don't know, draw, go for a walk and talk about your day, even like whatever it may be. Like this is where the renaissance is coming. Like come on now, man. We've seen enough of those like movies and stuff. I'd rather dedicate my time to real life, to someone's real life advice. That's just me, and I think that it's actually heading that way though, so it's not. I think a lot of you all are on here. Two people could see this, 200. I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe 100 years from now, if the world is still here, this could maybe possibly help someone out, or maybe I'm just full of myself and a million people have talked about this. But I've seen this, and she'll just, I hate that term, follow the trends. But in like not talking about YouTube algorithm trends, I'm talking about in life, like follow the trends, y'all. But more importantly, like we're all meant here to be creative. We are not meant to just work, strive, and go home and give our precious time to someone else's creation. Yes, it's good to balance those metrics, but dude, figure it out. I don't care. If it's simple, life is life. There's so many things. Like I said, walking. Look at me. I'm a junkie sitting here in this trailer about to possibly get blown away like Dorothy from a tornado. Like a dumb dude, but like I'm still doing it. I'm talking, I'm having a good time. I'm sorry the lights dimming and stuff. I know, like I read on my analytics, they're like, oh, here's some suggestions with it. Whatever, I don't care. I've had enough engagement. Even if one of you all comment on this, like I'd be stoked. I really hope that all people that have YouTube accounts start. Look at what you're watching. What are you consuming? And add your flavor to it, man. If you love music and collect it, pick up a guitar, man. Go to a pawn shop, buy a $20, $40 guitar, whatever. It doesn't matter if you learn, takes you 10 years to learn, you're still doing something. You're contributing. Write a song. I I don't sing. I'm not a good singer, but it's not going to stop me because there's a lot of people that aren't good singers. Just I want to contribute to that. Camping videos, those are cool. I know I'm like going in circles, but this is where we're heading, y'all. I would give you all 100% more of my time than any movies that have came out lately, and any like I'm not, there's good music, but I'm talking about just like basic radio pop music. And I'm not saying again it's all bad, but I would rather hear what you all are interested in, what you all do. I I think like this could be a good thing, like a self-sustaining community. People have like the Patreons and all that, and that's cool. And Twitch or whatever is everyone could be like. If I imagine if I had 1,000 subscribers and every one of us like had a Patreon that we contributed, and then we also told our friends about, like, we could literally make a living off of that. It'd be like a digital commune. Not communism, just saying. But yeah, y'all, please think, if you like make it this far or earlier, whatever, doesn't matter. Please think about that. You're more interesting than you know. You've been through some stuff. You have a different perception. Everyone's perception in this world is different, you know? Some people can hear those birds chirping back there and be like, oh, I'm gonna create a song about that or write a poem or whatever the connection they make. We all take things differently, and please, for a minute, I've been in a horrible place the past 2 months. It's a deep depression, and in consequence, I've made some videos. Maybe they help me out. Just please, like, think about that, man. Imagine if, like, your video just helped one person, like, that was in your same situation, and you think you're not interesting. That you all have something. Look for it. Look where you spend your time. Look what you consume. Look back, trace back your life. Don't just do like now. I'm not talking about like do some shadow work algorithming, even though that's what I'll call it, but like anything that I can do, that Mr. Beast can do, you can do. Will we have the success? I don't know. It doesn't even matter. Like in the end, imagine if this life was over and there's like three guys. I had three subscribers, and they're like, "Dude, your content, like, or your stop, help me start this, or help me do this, or help that," and that would be worth more in the end than having 5 million, $5 billion or whatever, and making kind of just escape nonsense. Not that I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that, but like if you feel that you know you're not interesting, I promise you, you all have something. Find it is. I repeat. Find what it is that you think about the most, that you enjoy the most. Start off different things. I've started off on here with book reviews, album reviews that did. I don't even think they hit 2 digits. It doesn't matter. And then one of the videos I did, like it got like 200 views in like 2 months later. Now that's not a big deal in the scheme of things, but like that's like made me feel like, oh, cool. This makes me happy that just 200 people saw it. That was my standards were lower. This one may get 10 people, 9 people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This isn't about me. I don't care. I would hope even if you didn't subscribe, I'm not even asking to subscribe, or didn't like this video or comment on it, I would hope that just because I say things 100 freaking times, please, you all are interesting. If you're struggling with anything, mental health or anything like that, reach out to me however you can. That that you can help other people. I've been there, believe me. But anyway, y'all, please stay creative, stay blessed.